Yep, I just got back from my trip. I went beyond the Thunderdome. Beyond the Thunderdome, I found a land of whites, cotton. Everything there felt like clouds because it was the land of toilet paper. Anyway, that being said, hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count Super. I'm War Machine MJ, and I'm here today to talk about Friday Night Smackdown from April 17th and April 24th. Now, let's go ahead and just jump into this. We kicked off the show with Tamina taking on Sasha Banks. If Tamina won, she would take on Bayley at Money in the Bank. Of course, Tamina had the power advantage until Bayley distracted Tamina, allowing Sasha Banks to capitalize. Towards the finish, however, Lacey Evans came out and she took out Bayley with a flying forearm. Looked like she kind of scuffed up her elbow because she was kind of holding it when she got back up, allowing Tamina to pick up the victory with I believe a Samoan drop. So yeah, she will go on to Money in the Bank and lose against Bayley. We all know that writing's on the wall. Next we had what is up with their notes? Very, very sloppy. Anyway, next we had Sheamus dispatching of Denzel Dejournette. No surprise. Next we had Dana Brooke taking on Naomi for a spot in the women's Money in the Bank match. Of course, to recap of the rules of the Money in the Bank, apparently both men and women's competitors will be let loose inside Titan Tower, where they will climb the corporate ladder up until the roof, where there is a ring and two briefcases, one for the men, one for the women, where they must climb a ladder and pull the briefcase down. Very kind of Die Hard-esque. Anyway, except for without the Christmas. Yeah, Dana Brooke got the victory, which good for her. She got the victory. She put down Naomi and, punched her ticket. Next, we had Daniel Bryan taking on Cesaro for a spot in the Money in the Bank match, and this was a fantastic match. Both Cesaro and Daniel Bryan are just world class. Do something with Cesaro, please. But Daniel Bryan got the victory over Cesaro, and he will go on to Money in the Bank. And finally, in the main event, it was a triple threat singles match for the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. It was Big E of the New Day taking on The Miz of Miz and Morrison, the champions, taking on Jey Uso of the Usos. And of course, Big E got the victory and brought the tag team titles home to New Day. So yeah, that was Smackdown from the 17th. Hopefully their next set of notes would be great. Wow, they got really, really sloppy with their notes. I'm just looking at WWE.com's notes for the results, and it's very, very bare bones. Just stupid bare bones. God. I mean, I know I'm lazy, but come on. Anyway, we kicked off the April 24th edition, which was basically Triple H's 25th anniversary. There was a special segment dedicated to the game himself, as they played several top 10 moments from his career throughout the night. We kicked off the show with Miz and Morrison singing the blues about losing their titles to the New Day. Yes. That's how we kicked off the show. Well, basically, it was just all the Miz and Morrison singing the blues, the New Day celebrating their their next championship reign. Lucha House Party came just absolutely out of nowhere to declare their intentions for the tag team championships, and then the Forgotten Sons, who won a couple of matches, suddenly decided that they're in contention for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Of course, that led to a tag team match later on between the Lucha House Party, Miz and Morrison, and the Forgotten Sons taking out Kofi and Big E. Next, we had King Corbin taking on Drew Gulak in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. King Corbin got the victory after Nakamura and Cesaro distracted Gulak by taking out Daniel Bryan, and then Corbin hit Gulak with his scepter Corbin got the victory, and then after the match hit Gulak with his scepter. Next, we had Sheamus beating up on another jobber, no surprise. Lucha House Party taking on Miz and Morrison. Of course, Lucha House Party, always a treat to watch, especially Grand Metalik. That guy, he fits the bill for disgustingly athletic. However, the Lucha House Party got the victory over Miz and Morrison, which, very, very surprising. Next, we had Lacey Evans taking on Sasha Banks for a spot in the women's Money in the Bank match. During the match, Bayley got involved, and she distracted Lacey Evans for Sasha Banks to get a roll up on Lacey Evans, and she had that roll up in deep, almost a 10 count, but the referee didn't see because he was too busy arguing with Bayley. So Bayley cost Sasha the victory. Of course, Lacey Evans got the victory with a woman's right, just clocked it out of nowhere. Pure perfection. 1, 2, 3. Lacey Evans beat Sasha Banks and is going into Money in the Bank. Next, we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending the belts against Carmella and Dana Brooke. This was a fantastic match. However, in the end, Bliss and Cross got the victory, and they are still your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And the main event was essentially, the roast of Triple H. Triple H's 25th anniversary. Of course, Triple H's best friend, Shawn Michaels, had to be there. And it was legitimately funny. Of course, when HBK started smack talking Stephanie, of course, Stephanie called Triple H, and that Ric Flair called Triple H, and then started doing the famous Ric Flair crying. Of course, Triple H was also called by Road Dogg. Him and Triple H and Shawn were going back and forth until Vince McMahon came out and debuted a new side of Vince McMahon nobody's ever seen before. Fuck it, Vince McMahon. Basically, if backstage rumor and innuendo is to believe, Vince is in a new state of mind called it, because in between canceling tours, low ratings, playing to a live audience of none, having to scrap the XFL again, and just all this crap, Vince is pretty much in a whatever I don't care and foul mood, kind of mood. Yeah, basically he said nice things about Triple H, nice-ish things about him, I guess. Basically saying, "Wow, you're really boring." Took some pot shots at his own creative, such as the Gobbledygooker and the infamous Katie Vick segment. And then he essentially started turning the lights off while Triple H and Shawn Michaels were in the ring. And then for an added little bit of touch, started playing cricket noises. So it was kind of a nice segment. So yeah, that was Smackdown from what was it? Yeah, SmackDown, April 24th. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, yep, that's how it goes. Anyway, that being said, if you miss Rodimus Prime, he's well, I'm not sure where he was. I didn't tell anybody I was going to go to Toilet Paper Land, so he didn't tell me where he was going to go. Probably to Wendy's to yell at people because he specifically told them not to put tomatoes on his burger, but they put tomatoes on his burger. Anyway, but if you miss his opinions, not so much his face, he has a podcast, Prime Talk with Rodimus Prime, on the Castbox app. Go check it out, where he talks about all the his apps on wrestling, including all of the recent releases. So with that being said, I'm War Machine MJ, and I will see you guys next time. Ba-bang.